Hello, this is Carolyn. You probably already know that by now. Are you having a wonderful Saturday afternoon? I talked to my friend from college yesterday. It was a really nice day. I caught up with some people, and I was so glad I took the time to do that. Do you ever not realize how boring your life is until you talk to that one friend who's always going places, who has a life, in other words? Yeah, well, because of Jim's handicap, mm, we can't go a whole lot of places, and I don't know, I need to make more money from home, which is what this video is about, and I'll always welcome you guys' input on things. Um, I'm kind of, all right, let me just get to the point over this, because if somebody calls in, then the video gets shut down again. I was on the list of Craig last night because it was like 2 a.m. And I don't know if talking to my really more adventuresome friend that has a life motivated me to do this or not, but I cannot sleep. I have insomnia so many times. So I looked through the want ads, work from home, and I found a phone actress job. You know, I already know what that is. I haven't done anything like that since the 900 number days. And I love how they make it all look like it's all sunshine and you're making all this money and guys are telling you what a goddess you are and buying you presents. And that some of that does happen. But, I mean, come on, you guys are smart by now. It used to be, I don't know what it costs to bare your soul and your psyche and your darkest secrets to a person these days. But back when it was 900 numbers, they were paying sometimes like $5 a minute. And if they're willing to pay that, what they're going to unload on your poor head, it ain't gonna be pretty, honey. I mean, you're gonna get your dudes that want to talk about sticking their thing in the blender and all kinds of stuff. And because, at least back in the day, I would get in trouble for hanging up. But you know, my rules haven't changed that much. If they're not talking about some kink with pets or children, I probably will hang on the phone. But I did get in trouble back in the day. Because people will push you. You will hear some things that you thought you had heard everything under the sun, and you will find out you had not. And then there's some of them that are funny, and you just end up wanting to giggle. One of my favorite ones, and it was really kind of an innocent one, but this guy, and I don't know, you wonder what part of life formulated their brains to think this is cool and exciting. There was a guy, and he really liked to be degraded. He wanted me to pretend I was making him a hamburger, you know, like I was his mommy or his nurse or whatever, which is a little twisted. But, you know, I didn't cook him nice, good hamburger. But because he'd been a very, very bad boy, I was to take that hamburger off the grill, throw it down on the ground, and just stomp on it. It had to be, he told me, he said, take off your shoes because you got to do it with your bare feet. Well, of course, I didn't really have a hamburger, you know, and I wasn't really cooking anything. But it was when my oldest daughter was a little girl. So I'm pretending I'm throwing this hamburger on the ground, and I'm stomping. And we had a great big black Rottweiler mix. I start stomping on the floor. The dog thought somebody was knocking on the door. So the dog starts barking like crazy. And then it wakes up Angelique's dad, my oldest child's dad, and he's running in there. What is wrong with you? What's wrong? Is something happened? And I'm trying to laugh and like motion him, get out. Shh. I don't know why I remember that. I guess because I thought it was kind of cute and innocent. And you will get guys, if they get to know you, that will want to call in and just talk to you and tell you what's been going on with their day and some sense of normality as you get to know them. But you will hear some things that are so horrific that it'll make you want to cry a little bit. Unless things have changed a lot. I don't know. All I know is that I applied for the job. And the later it gets, the more tired I get, and the more sultry my voice naturally gets. You know, and I can do all that theatrical stuff. I can play that game. But here is where I got thinking about it. I to this Friday do not have a partner to do reaction videos with. I had a very kind group of people offer me some people from their site, and all of them are so intelligent and interesting. I know it would be a good thing. But how about this? If I get the job as a phone actress, I know YouTube isn't going to let me tell very many stories, but I could just basically share my experiences of the day. I mean, that's some content, if it is like it used to be. And I don't get any money at all for being my husband's caregiver. It's kind of like this. I am responsible for him, but I kind of like that fine line of not being responsible for everything he does. If I were getting a monetary check or they were depositing funds in my account, I might be more responsible. He's calmed down a great deal, but I don't know if I had told you guys, he's a bit high maintenance, and he tells them once we get up there in front of the interviewer. Twice we went for me to be his monetized caregiver, and both times he gets up there, and if he kind of thinks that the person interviewing him is cute, he'll say, well, I don't need anybody to take care of me. And that will be contradictory to what he said before we even went up there. So I've given up on that. Truthfully, I would rather have him back the way he was. Whatever magical drug or cure would have him being fun and wanting to walk and edgy, and he's in so much pain now that I'd prefer to have him back. But that's part of the reason. I guess I'm talking all over the planet because I'm trying to make you guys understand why I even consider being a phone actress. The other reason I'm considering it is that freedom-basics.com, my website, and I'll put it in the description. I am, as far as I know that you have to have so much money in the account, meaning you got to make so many sales before they'll send you a check. But I have bought a great deal of traffic. And as that guy that was kind of harassing me there for a while, the one that looked up my genetic, my ancestors.com and all that other stuff, like he said, the website is a mess. Truthfully, he did not lie about that. Meaning the products are all out of order. And because I had people from other countries put it together, not everything translates the same. Somehow things like emergency seeds translated to first aid kits. So you have things that you'll see a description and click on it, think you're going to look for like seeds to plant your garden, and then all these first aid kits come up. Stuff that is not really related to Off the Grid is on there. Some of it's kind of cool, like some spiritual ghost hunting stuff, but other stuff is just so far out there that it doesn't tie in. But I did find out something. If you guys are feeling so sorry for me because I might have to do the phone actress thing, hey, I'm feeling sorry for me too, honestly, and I'm wondering if I can keep from laughing or throwing up, one of the two options. But even if you buy nothing from my website at all, if you have an Amazon account and you have stuff in your Amazon cart, if you go to freedom-basics.com and kind of click on one of my items, but go directly to your cart after being on my website, I get a little bit of credit for at least that sale, even though it was not related to anything that I was personally selling. I found out that. So I feel sorry for me at all. But anyway, I will get that website fixed. It needs two things done to it. It needs to be locked down security-wise. I was going to do that, but none of that is cheap. And then I have to trust that I'm translating it to these people that are doing it correctly, because most of the time they're from other countries. Got to be sure they understand. And it's going to be a lot of work, because, you know, if the codes are not done properly, I won't get credit for it anyway, even if a person attempted to buy something from that website. if the person who had put it there did not enter the code or did not copy and paste the code correctly, I don't get credit for it. And that'll make sense to people that are affiliate marketers and probably not so much for the rest of the people. But anyway, I am halfway thinking that if I do get the phone actress thing, and I don't see why that I wouldn't, it's kind of all, they don't maybe call it independent contractor anymore, but it is, and I can be pretty shock-proof, I think. Watch me just get on here and I'll just be crying and freaking out, right? I mean, I thought of that too, because if the people were pretty wild in like the mid 2005 or whatever, who knows what they're like now, right? Well, I'm going to try it. It might be interesting. But anyway, I will put my information in the description, and if you want to get in touch with me, I will be here. Hopefully I'm going to sleep soon, because I'm getting kind of that tired, silly feeling, and I don't know if I'm going to leave this video up or not, but I'll try.